Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sebayoth. First and foremost, I would like to thank my mother, Josefina Barragan de Santana, for her spirit of conviction, her devotion to our family, her strength and beauty and grace. Deepest gratitude to my father, Jose, for the gift of music and the joy of sharing. To all my sisters and brothers for their prayers and oneness, Tony, Laura, Irma, Leti, Jorge Maria, and especially to my wife, the center of my soul, Deborah Santana, for her wisdom, the light in her radiant spirit. To my son, Salvador, and my daughters, Stella and Angelica. So many people have been supremely instrumental in the unfolding of the music and mission of Santana, the band. I offer my deepest gratitude to all the musicians who have come and gone, especially Greg, Michael, David Brown, Chipito. But also I need to thank Bill Graham, Mr. Clyde Davis, Armando Peraza, Miles Davis, John Lee Hooker, our friends Mr. Udo in Japan, Claude Knobs in Switzerland. Este es para mis amigos, hermanos, camaradas, Richie Valens, José Feliciano, Rey Barreto, Pérez Prado, Tito Puente, Mongo Santa María, Joe Cuba, el grupo Malo, and Los Lobos. Music is we owe our music to the roots of Aborigines, Australians, Aborigines from Australia, our brothers and sisters from Africa, and the American Indians, for their joyous rhythms, colors, and emotions. Peace to you all, and may the music set you free. Thank you.
If you had told me, when I was 12 years old that I'd be standing up here in $4,000 seats and playing to you people, I would have called you a liar. I'm very honored. The band is. We were such an integrated band of people and music, and it's great to be honored in this way for it. I'd like to mention there was a road crew that got us through the Alps in Switzerland to Italy, only to have our equipment confiscated by the Italians, of course. Never did get those. Oh, we got it back. It's Herbie Herbert, John and Jack Villanueva. Thanks for all your time and effort. And especially Bill Graham again. He did an immense amount for this band. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Michael Carabello, and it's a real honor to be here. I've lost my book of a short speech that I had, but I'll try to improvise. I want to say thanks to all the influence and all the education I've had to get this honor. I would like to say special thanks to Victor Pantoja, who was in Willie Bobo's band, Ray Barreto, Mongo Santa Maria, Chano Pozo, all my friends in the Mission District. There they are. Ahmed Erdogan, who I got to work with the Rolling Stones. Thank you very much. And my daughter Dawn, who's sitting over there, and my daughter Aisha, and my stepson Sharif, and also my mother and father for letting me pursue this great career. Who would have thought? And just want to say thank you to everybody and to the American Indian Movement. Dennis Banks, Leonard Peltier, we're with you. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. My name is Michael Shreve. Thank you. I was 16 years old, and I called about a dozen of my musician friends, and I said, let's go up to the Fillmore West, and see if we can sit in. Because Michael Bloomfield and Stephen Stills and Al Kooper were playing on a super session, and I said, let's go see if we can jam. Of course, every one of them said, forget it, it's never going to happen. So I said, well, at least I could do it and say I tried. So I asked my father for the keys of the car. I went up to San Francisco. I looked like I was about 12 years old, and I pulled on Michael Bloomfield's pants, and I said, hey, man, you think I could sit in? At least tomorrow I could say I tried, right? He said, man, the drummer's a really nice guy. Let me go ask him. Next thing I know, I was playing at the Fillmore. I don't remember one note of it. I absolutely remember nothing. But what I do remember is backstage, I met David Brown and Stan Markham, the original manager of Santana. And they said, we're thinking about getting another drummer. And I was a fan of the band, a big fan of the band. So I gave him my number, and I never heard from him. A year later, I'm 17 now. I walk into a recording studio in San Mateo, California, trying to hustle free recording time like you usually do. And I'm walking in the studio, and out comes the original drummer of Santana, just like this. The band's recording their first album for CBS, for Clive. They had a big fight, a big falling out. I recognized a couple of the guys. They asked me to sit in, play, and jam. We played all night long. At the end of the night, they said, listen, you want to join the band? I said, let me check my schedule. They followed me home to my parents' house. I literally woke them up about 4 or 5 in the morning, and I said, see you later, this is where I get off. Got in the car with them. They knew they were very supportive, So I moved up, I got in the car with them, drove up to the Mission District where they were all living, slept on the couch for about a year. So here I was, a little white boy from the suburbs. Now I was living with a militant black, a Nicaraguan, a Puerto Rican, and a Mexican. And this was before PC. Now, this was during the hippie movement, but I soon found out that this was no hippie love thing. This was like a street gang, and their weapon was music. It was wonderful education for me. 1 year later, we did record the album, and another year later, Bill Graham got us on the bill at Woodstock for $500. We didn't make much money, but it was the biggest break of our career. And ever since then, I haven't heard anything less about it. Everything I've ever done since, everybody said, man, I saw you at Woodstock, I loved it. I'm 38 years old. Well, I'm not. I'm 38 years old, I'm walking down Fifth Avenue, people are saying, man, what happened? You got old. I said, man, I was 18 years old, till you got old too. It was the most wonderful experience, the most wonderful education as a young man, as a young drummer. I'm so grateful to have been playing in this band. I'm really grateful and feel honored to be a part of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But even more, I want to say that I have been really grateful and honored all my life to have been a part of making music with these guys up here on the stage. I thank you very much.